If you ask ChatGPT to give you an example of code modeled by PyTorch, it gives you this. This is part for NumPy. NumPy is a fundamental of AI and machine learning. In this video, we are going to see how to access elements in NumPy array. If you miss, you will start. Let's get started. Hello, I'm Odilon on TechBK. This channel teaches you Python and dedicated libraries. Let's see how to access element in array by using NumPy. Let's start firstly by importing NumPy here. I like to be fast. That's why I prepared some code. Let's start by creating an array by using NumPy. We simply write np, then we use function array to create an array. Now we created an array, so we can check the dimension of this array by simply writing that array. This is array 1, and then we use ndim attribute to check a dimension. Now you see this dimension of array is 1. To access the element or any element in this array of first dimension, we write array name and we put index inside this square brackets. As you see on this picture, each element it has its position, or we can call it index. First element start from 0 and the other followings. So to access example of this 3, we mean we are going to write the name of array. This is array 1. Then we put square brackets. Inside the square bracket, we are going to pass an index of that value. Now we need to access this value 3. Let's write, so this value 3, as you see in picture, it has index 2. Now to print this object. To print it very well, let's use print function to print it very well. Now we can run this. Now you see we access element 3. You can pause the video and you try this one. If you found the answer, write it down in comment. Let's see on dimension of 2. Now I prepared this array to reduce time, and then we can check the dimension of this array. This is 2. Of course, we can write the array name as we done above, and we write the ndim. Now the dimension is already 2. An array in 2 dimension, we take it as a table. If you don't know about this, you can watch this video. Just watch this image. An array, we take it as a matrix or n table. To write these elements in a way of matrix, we can make this in editor. Then we click on backspace. Again, also this. And now it looks like that one we have in this image. Each row start from 0 and each column start from 0, as you see in this image. If we need, for example, to access the element number 7, we are going to use this syntax. We write the array name and we add in square bracket row and column. To access this element number 7, let's do in Python. Now we write the array name. This is array 2. We put square brackets. Then we write the row of this element 7. So this element 7 is on row 1. Now we write 1. Then we put comma. And this 7 is on column 2. Now we can write 2. And then we try to print this on screen. If I press enter, now you see the result is 7. If we want to access 0, now 0 is on row 2 and also is in column 3. Then let's run this. Now you see the result is 0. You can pause video and you try this. You choose the right answer and write it down in the comment. Now on the 3 dimension, you can check the dimension of this array. Now simply we write array. So this is array. We can call it array 3. Let's call it array 3. Then ndim. then we learn. This is 3-dimensional array. To understand this, how to access this element of 3-dimensional array, let me sprite it as how I have done on 2-dimensional array. I'm going to press enter here. Then again, I'm going to press enter. This is the array made up with 2 elements. Now this element also I can break down it. So this we can take it as a block. Let's call it block 1. Now I can take another block. So this is block 0. I'm sorry, we call it block 0 to make it clear, as every time we start by 0 in array indexing. Now this we can take it as block 2. Now to access an element in 3D, we use blocks and rows and columns. Now this you can take it as a whole as the block 0. Now this you can take it as row 1. Let's go to row 0. Yes. Now this is row 1. And we will take it as it is on the second block. Now to access the element, we use this syntax. We write array name. Let's call it array3. We write array name and we take it first as block and second as row and then another one as column, as you see. Now to access this is simply easy. Then column start from 0 and row start from 0, as we have seen in the 2-dimensional array. This we can take it as 2-dimensional array, this from green square brackets, and we add also this block. Is simply what added in this 3-dimensional array. Then we simply, to access this, we write array name. Then we write square brackets. The block, let's say example, we are going to access this 10. We are on block 0. Then we write 0. Block 0 on row 1. Then we write 1, as here you see. On row 1, 10 is on row 1. Then is on column, we have column 0 here and column 1. On column 1. Then I may run this. Now you see it is 10. To make it a beautiful output, let's write print function. Now you see the result is 10. Okay, you can try this question. I'm going to pin the first comment, which is correct.